Today on Retro Sessions, I think I'm finally caught up. I'm here to reveal the September 2016 Video Games Monthly subscription box. Hey folks, this is Drew Koslick. Thank you for watching this episode of Retro Sessions. Today I am unboxing the September 2016 Video Games Monthly subscription box. I'm excited for this one because this is the first time that I had submitted a wish list to the company and gave them a list of games that I really wanted, that I was on the hunt for. I gave them a list of hundreds of games, and they came through. They did a pretty good job here. Now, if you're interested in checking it out, I do have some previous videos that I've done for July and August, which were the first 2 months that I subscribed to the service. And take a look back and compare those two boxes to what I got after the wish list, and I think you'll see a pretty drastic difference. Now, I went into details about what you can get from your VideoGamesMonthly.com subscription in a previous video when I did the July unboxing. This being September. Oh crap, it's Snake. This being the September edition, I do want to dive in because this is the first edition that I had some of my items from my wish list actually show up. And there's all kinds of cool stuff in here. This is kind of along the lines of what you can expect. I got like a little keychain here. I'll break these down in a moment, but look at all this cool stuff. I got some pretty sweet games here. Some Game Boy games. Got Lego Star Wars. Tomb Raider. All right. Anyway. Now that you've seen what the box looks like, let's break it down. Well, let's dive into the box first, shall we? Up first, I do want to say thank you for them sending me a thank you card as well as a 2-up. And in my opinion, I've kind of isolated the games that I would consider the free ones pretty easily. I'm sure you guys can figure it out in a moment as well, too. They also sent me this really cool Pokeball capturing on the craze of Pokemon Go that has come in like a hurricane and blown away about just as quickly. That said, this is actually pretty cool. It's, I don't know what they call this, bead art, I guess? You know, it's where you do the beads and you iron them on and it fuses together. This is pretty cool. I will hang this up in my game room. Probably, like, right here. What do you think? Is that good? Maybe you should go this way. You should go that way, right? I'll come back to that later. Let's get those two free games out of the way first. They're both GBA games. One of them is Backyard Hockey for Game Boy Advance, made by Atari. And the other one is ATV Quad Power Racing, also for the Game Boy Advance. Now, I think they speak for themselves. I'm not sure anybody bought these games. Let's be honest here. But maybe they're good. Maybe they're fun. I'll pop them in. I'll play them. I don't care. I'll play anything. Makes for entertaining video, right? We'll see. Now let's start hitting some items from the wish list. This month I sent them a list of games that I was in search of, and they came through. Tomb Raider 3 for the PlayStation 1. When I was growing up, I was never a big Tomb Raider fan. I don't know what it was about the game. I just wasn't into it. I always thought it was more about Lara Croft's image and less about the actual gameplay itself. And in hindsight, I think I missed out because a lot of people have thought very highly of these games, and everybody that I spoke to that loved them really did like the gameplay of them themselves. So I am looking forward to popping these in and playing them, checking them out. I will be going in with an open mind. I really enjoyed the remake that came out for the Xbox One a couple years ago, and I know they did a sequel last year, I believe, or early this year, which I have not had an opportunity to play. But I really did enjoy those games. It kind of opened up my eyes to the series and gave me a new means of looking in on it, and I think I kind of missed the boat, so I am looking forward to going back into that game. Another one from the wish list, Syphon Filter for the PlayStation 1. This is another game that I never had an opportunity to check out back in the day. It kind of reminds me in a lot of ways of Splinter Cell. Now, I was a pretty big Splinter Cell fan. I came into it a little bit late, but I thought the Splinter Cell games were a lot of fun. This reminds me of a cross between that and maybe even like Metal Gear Solid, where you have that tactical espionage. I'm probably way off base. I've never played this, so I'm making shit up. That said, I think this is going to be a lot of fun. It's a greatest hits for a reason, and despite the ugly green spine that's on the side here, I am looking forward to firing this game up for the first time and checking it out. I'll be sure to have a video for that for you guys. Another game I'm really looking forward to firing up, and another item crossed off my wish list, WCW NWO Revenge for the Nintendo 64. I just recently got my hands on a Nintendo 64, and it is awesome. That said, I have 3 other games for it, so this makes 4, and I am desperately looking to fill gaps in that collection. I'm excited to play this. I love pro wrestling. I love pro wrestling games. This is going to be ridiculous, and if I can find a group of 4 people to fire it up with, man, we will get that on tape. I can't wait to make my own character in that game and just do some ridiculous stuff. Next up, Nintendo GameCube game, Lego Star Wars, the original trilogy. I love Star Wars. I love Lego. Never played a Lego game. Now's my chance. This is another item that was on my wish list. Unfortunately, we got a little bit of a sticker here on there from GameStop or EB Games or wherever, and also on the back. Also, it is missing a manual. However, it is in a traditional GameCube case, so that's exciting. Disc is in great shape, no scratches or anything there, so I am excited to play this. Nothing but good positive things I've heard about this game. And this was also, as I said, on my wish list. I did just find a copy of the first Lego Star Wars game, which I should be receiving very soon as well, too. And I'm pretty excited about that, trying to fill up that collection. And finally, Grand Theft Auto 3, the Xbox Collection. I'm not entirely sure what makes this version of the game different than GTA 3 was on the PlayStation 2. I think there's some expanded stuff in there. That said, being that there's no barcode on this edition of the game, I believe that this may have been part of a larger pack. Disc is immaculate. I have the manual as well as this really cool poster, which I'm going to try not to rip, but it's a poster and a map, and it is pretty damn cool. It's really awesome that I was able to get these sorts of extras in the game, because when I was collecting games as a young child, I kept the box, I kept the manual, and any posters or anything that were in there, I kept those too. And even to this day, I keep all of that stuff because it has nothing to do with the resale value. It's just freaking awesome, right? Manual is in great shape. I don't think anybody ever read it. Not that the game was, not too self-explanatory, but they get into all kinds of cool stuff here. It's got stuff about all the gangs in the game. There's that map again. I think I like the bigger one better. Oh, here's an ad. Here's classified ads. Make that bitch shut up. This probably isn't very PG. Anyhow, I think it's really cool. And I never played GTA 3. Maybe I should. Now's my chance, right? So that is the September 2016 Video Games Monthly box, and as you could see, I think it was a huge improvement over what I had last month and the month before. If you are interested in checking it out and subscribing for yourself, go to videogamesmonthly.com. Be sure to send them a wish list as soon as you can. They told me to add hundreds of games to my list, and I did, and I think it paid off. It's time-consuming, sure, but you're going to get a better selection of games, and you're really going to get something that's catered to what you like. Not only that, but it's more fun. In my opinion, I do like rolling the dice to some degree and seeing what I get, and there is something mysterious about that as well too. But at the same time, I really would like to stick with games that I'm going to play, and the first 2 boxes were kind of questionable as far as that goes. Now, just a reminder, as with all of these videos, Video Games Monthly is not a sponsor of the show. I'm just simply a fan of their product, and when I was making a decision on whether or not I wanted to subscribe, I was watching a lot of unboxing videos, and they helped me make a decision. So hopefully, if you're watching this video, maybe you are on the fence and trying to make a decision whether or not to make the purchase. This will help you sway either way. Hopefully, it'll help you make a decision. And if you do decide to subscribe to the box, please take a moment to let me know what you got. I would love to see what kind of games you're bringing in, and we can kind of compare. That'd be cool. Thank you for watching this episode of Retro Sessions, everybody. I'll see you next time.